Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Musicality workshop. I'm so glad you're here with me at home. So glad you're here with me in the studio. Thanks for coming. I've had the great pleasure in my life to perform for swing dancers for the last 10 or 15 years in lots of countries all over the world, for workshops, for social dances, for competitions, and along the way, and also a dancer myself. I've taken classes with Frankie Manning himself back in the 90s. So yeah, this is my music, this is our music. What musicians love on stage is feeling connected with the dancers. And when there's great dancers in front of the room and they're reacting to the music and acting along with the music, it's a conversation. It's a beautiful thing. We get inspired, then they get inspired, and that inspires us, and that inspires them. And it's this wonderful feedback loop of energy. But how do they do that? How do these dancers do that? How do they anticipate what we're going to do? How do we anticipate what they're going to do? There's a little bit of a language. This swing music has a musical language as well as a physical language. And today we're going to explore just a little bit, just the basics of that language. And the more that you can grasp, the more that you can understand, the more able to easily react and interact with the music as it's happening live in front of you when you go to these live events. And of course with recordings too, but with recordings, they can't really see what you're doing. So it's going to be the same every time. But with us, hey, we're here for you. So we want you to be there with us. And the more you know, the more you can participate. Makes sense, right? So to start, we're going to give you just a little bit of this song from Fats Waller called Bucking Them Dice. Okay, you've heard this song perhaps. When we play it this time, just pay attention to the music, see if you can listen. Okay, what is each instrument doing? And just focus on what it sounds like, what it feels like. And then as we go on, we're going to analyze this song a little bit so that you can pick out different parts and know what your body might want to do in relationship to those parts. Okay, let's go. Here's a song called Bucking Them Dice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I love that 11, I love the 7 too. And like a line across the ice, oh, that's the way I buck them dice, yeah. And I'm a cater from Decatur, also Little Joe, yeah now. And I don't need to snap them twice, cause I really know how to buck them dice, yeah. My mama thought I was at school, learning to be nice, but no, and I was out on Rampart Street. I even learned to buck him twice. Now, when I holler, stand at attention, up jump 2 right 5. Unless you take a fool's advice, you got to learn to buck them dice. Come on, come on. Buck them dice. Mama thought I was at school, learning to be nice, but no. And I was out on Rampart Street, I even learned to buck 'em right. Now, when I holler, stand at attention, up jump 2 right 5. Yes, unless you take a fool's advice, you gotta learn to buck them dice.
You can applaud if you like. We got some people right here. Thank you very much. You at home? All right, yes, that's a song by Fats Waller called Bucking Them Dice. We hope you enjoyed that. If you're not dancing at home, this is a dance workshop. So get off your couch, clear out the tables. We're going to move our bodies a little bit. That's what this is all about. Okay, first of all, in a band, there are two main sections of the band. The most important for dancers, in my opinion, is the rhythm section. That's the drums, the bass, and the guitar. So please say hello to Bora on the drums, Selim on the bass, Alpay on the guitar. Now, they're going to play a little bit of the beginning of this tune, and I just want you to pay attention. Actually, let's just get the drums and the bass to start, okay? Sadece bas ve davul. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys, let's dance a little bit. Come on, help me out. Like with partners. Get a partner. Come on, dance. Ali, there we go. Now, notice what the bass is doing, right? He's just going on 1 and 3. If we're going to clap, where would we clap, right? It would be like this. Notice that we're not clapping where the bass is. We're doing it on the upbeats. How about this? Let's just bounce. Just bounce. Okay, now the bass is on the quarter notes, every single 4. That's our bounce. The claps are on the 2 and 4. Yeah, right? Feel me? If we're bouncing, we're like this, yeah? That's what a bounce looks like. All right. I'm going to have you stop for a second. 1, 2, Thank you very much. Now notice, in the middle of that song, the bass did something different. He started off on the 1 and 3. Boom, boom, a boom, a boom. And that kind of has this feeling of, well, when I'm dancing, it's a little bit more about 6 count steps, and well, we can be tight, we can be close, it's not really that important. But when he goes to the bridge, that part in the middle, that sounds a little bit different. Boom, 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 boom. That seems like there's a little bit more forward motion. That's going to be more for like swing outs. Maybe this is a little slow tempo for swing outs. But still, it's a different kind of feeling. We're going to do this the same exact thing. And when we get to that middle part, pay attention to what the bass is doing and how it changes. And then put that into your body. What does your body want to do differently when the bass is playing on all 4 beats and not just on the 1 and 3? Tamam mı? Denelim. Same thing again with the guitar this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I wish you could see these dancers out here. They're doing a great job. Yeah. So that section repeats itself. And here comes the bridge, that second part. Second the bass out. And that's a different feeling, isn't it? All kinds of things are possible there. A little more forward motion, a little bit more leaning forward, and then, we're back to that kind of feeling of relax. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, well, you guys are very sweet to applaud. Bora, Selim, Alpay. So yes, we're paying attention to the bass. The bass has those 2 main feels, either playing on 1 and 3 or playing on all 4. And that playing on all 4 thing has a kind of predictable forward motion. Now the reason I say predictable, in swing music from the era that DJs play, that we're generally listening to, there were 2 main song forms. What is a song form? A song form is kind of a mold that the songs are poured into. One of them is the blues, a blues form. That's a 12-bar form. We're not going to get into that today. We're going to talk about song form, they call it, and that is A, A, B, A. 8 bars, 8 bars. 8 bars is something different, and then the last 8 bars. And we've heard it in this song, I guess so far 3 times today, and we're going to keep hearing it again. I wanted to get it in your mind. A, B, A. Why is this important for you? Because when that B section happens, it's a different set of musical information. The rhythm section is going to be doing something different. The melody is going to be doing something different. The emotion of the song is going to be doing something different. And if you want to participate, you should be doing something different with your body, and that's the time to do it. And if you know the form of the song, A, B, A, it's a predictable, recognizable thing that's going to happen every time during that song, A, B, A. Now, in order to demonstrate this, all of us, we're going to say A at the beginning of an A section, A at the beginning of the next A section, B at the beginning of the bridge, ya da köprü Türkçe'de, or A at the last A, okay? So, we're going to play the song a little bit faster so we can move through it a little quicker, and we're going to do that. Kemal, will you play the melody for us on this song? Yes. Okay, let's go. A little faster. Biraz daha hızlı. 1, 2, right off the bat, it's going to start with an A. So I want us to all say A on the first downbeat, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, A! Now that same thing's about to repeat again. Same exact thing. Ready? A! Excellent. Here comes the bridge. B! Right? Different feeling. Feels different. Great, thank you very much for that little demonstration. A, B, A. Even when the melody is being played, it's A, B, A. Even when the horn players are messing around doing their little solos, it's A, B, A. When the vocals are happening, it's A, B, A. It's a predictable form that you can recognize and relate to. Okay, what are other things that are going on? What are some other things that are happening in this music that you can pay attention to and understand and that will help you react? In this song, like the AABA thing, we have same, different, same, right? So that's a kind of a big picture thing. It has to do with like emotions and then maybe the speed of your steps, especially because the bass is so important, going from that 2-beat feel, boom, 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 to the 4-beat feel on the bridge, boom, 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 boom. The bass is such an important instrument. It's really what makes the floor shake and what we feel in our bodies for the most part. However, there's other big things that can be happening here. For example, this song and a lot of songs have in the melody a kind of call and response structure. Ba ba do bam, ba o bam, ba ba do bam, ba. forgive my singing right now, which we'll demonstrate right now. So what does that mean? Imagine you're having a conversation. If I was a leader and I knew this song, or even because I know the form of the song, after the first A, I can probably be fairly confident that the second A will be the same, and the third A at the end of the song will be the same. So as soon as I hear one A of any swing dance song, for the most part, I kind of have an idea about what's going to be happening. It's predictable, and you can use it to your advantage to be creative. Okay, so ba-ba-do-bang, ba-o-bang, ba-ba-bo-bang, ba-o-bang, ba-boom-bang, day-o-dang, fa-bilya-da-da-filya-da-da-dee-ba-do-dam. So we know what's happening. If I was a leader and I heard that, on the second A at least, I'd be like, this is my part, your thing. Here's my part, your thing. Here's my part, your thing. Let's do something together. You know, like if I was a leader, I'd be creative that way, like, which we can do. We know enough. I'm assuming we're not at the basic level where we're thinking about the steps all the time. We're at a level where we can begin to express ourselves in the music. So let's just try that for a second. If you guys could partner up, or if you have a partner at home, just have some fun with this concept of call and response. It's about 4 beats each. It goes by quick, but you can be creative and have some fun with this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you very much. It kind of speaks for itself, this idea. Now, so we've talked about 2 very important things, and we only have one more important thing to talk about, which is dynamics. So let me review so far. Song form, very important. A, B, A. Same, different, same. Most swing dance songs are like that. When the bridge happens, you know it's going to be something different. Do something different there. Also, once you've heard an A section of a song, you can assume that that part is going to repeat during the song, and you can use whatever's there for you to play with, interact with. A lot of songs are built on this call and response. Every honeybee fills with jealousy. Now I see you out with me. You're getting the fact that these phrases are these discrete little units that you can interact with, okay? And that's going to happen on every A section. The B section of that song, I'm talking about Honeysuckle Rose. Don't buy sugar. Very different feel, right? Ba-ba-doo-ba-da is the A section feel. Ba-doo-ba-da, and the bridge is don't buy sugar. It's a very different feel. A, B, A. All the songs are like this. Most of the songs. 85% of the songs are like this. Next thing, call and response. It happens all of the time in this music. The third thing, we're just going to talk about dynamics for a second. For most people, this is an intuitive thing, but I want us to be really clear about it. When the band is playing soft and tight, and if you guys are doing these crazy big swing outs, it's like, what music are they listening to? So please pay attention to the emotions that the band is giving you on stage. If the band is creeping, then creep. And if the band is big, get big. We're going to exaggerate this right now for a little bit, but I have my friends here in the studio with us, and this is for all of our sakes. We're just going to play with dynamics for a minute and play this song again and work on that little attitude, okay? So, if we're big, if we're middle, we're middle. If we're big, if we're small, we're small. Let's just start normal, okay? Orta. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. dynamics. Again, we're exaggerating that a little bit. Something for you guys to play with and work with. Generally, also, these dynamic shifts are going to happen in A, B, A units. They're not just going to happen out of nowhere. Okay, so every new section of the song, the band might be giving you new information. Listen for that. I have lots of experience playing with a great band leader, Gordon Webster. We played together all over the world. And every single musician on his stage is paying attention to Gordon Webster every 8 bars. Because every single 8 bars, he's going to give some kind of new information. I want this person to solo, I want that person to solo, I want the band to get soft, I want the band to get big, I want the bass to play in 4, I want the bass to play in 2. I've learned a lot from him, masterful musician at playing for swing dancers. Because of this, you'll notice a lot of band leaders are making signs on stage to the musicians. My point, this happens generally every 8 bars. When I say 8 bars, do you know what I mean when I say 8 bars? Right. For swing dancers, it's 4 8 counts. For musicians, it's 8 4 counts. But for dancers, it's 4 8 counts. So every 4 8 counts, generally the band is going to be doing either the same thing again or something different. And on that one we just demonstrated, you can see now that we're on video, you can rewind this and find out. The first A was kind of medium. The second A was quiet. The B section was even quieter. And then over those 8 bars, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the last A was big. But again, I can talk to you about it and relate to you about it in 8-bar segments. That's the way the musicians are thinking about it. That's the way you need to be thinking about it too, in order to interact with us better. All right, that is the basics. That's what I can tell you. The rhythm section, oh my gosh, pardon me. The rhythm section is here to give you that beat and that pulse. The horns are here to play the melody and give you that call and response phraseology to work with. And the band leader, in this case, yours truly, is here to direct the band, pay attention to the dancers, and have us react and have some kind of conversation, keep things fun and interesting, and same enough that you can relate to it, and different enough that it stays interesting. Does that make sense? Okay. I'd like to ask if there are any questions. Are there any questions? Excuse me? Yes, you in the front. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That wasn't really a question. He was just saying that he really liked the workshop. That's very sweet of you. That's what we have for you today. I hope that we get to do this live for you again. Generally, these workshops are much more interactive and can be very much more detailed. But for today, we're going to leave it right there. Thank you so much for your attention. We're going to play the song one more time from the beginning to the end, okay? And I'd like you guys to dance at home and pay attention to these things that we're talking about. What is the bass doing? How does that feel? What is the guitar doing? Where is his rhythm? When does the bridge happen, and what can I do differently on the bridge? Is there call and response between the horns? How is that working? Okay? We're going to play the same song again so you're used to it and you can predict it. But really, put on some music after this. Pretty much any of the popular swing dance tunes that you're used to listening to. That's Communication, Dinah, whatever your DJ likes. 85% of the time, it's going to be A, B, A form. Now that you know this, you can participate in a much more deep level. Thank you. And here, once again, from Fats Waller, bucking them dice. The whole thing. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
I love the how, I love that 11, I love the 7 too. Yeah, and like a line across the ice, oh, that's the way I buck them dice. Yeah, and like my gator from Decatur, also Little Joe. Yeah, and I don't need to snap them twice, cause I really know how to buck them dice. Yeah, my mama thought I was at school learning to be nice, but no, well, I was out on Rampart Street. I even learned to buck them twice. No, when I holler, stand at attention, up jump to right 5. Yes, sir, unless you take a fool's advice, you got to learn to buck them dice, yeah.
Thank you. Just to recap once more, AABA. Bass either on 2 or on all 4. Call and response with the horns. Dynamics. Sometimes it's soft, sometimes it's loud. These are 4 tools I've given you so you can interact with the music more fully. You can appreciate what the musicians are doing. You can get behind the minds of how they're thinking, and we can begin to have a more developed conversation. Thank you for being part of this musicality workshop. Thank you, Ankara Swing Festival. Thank you, United States Embassy in Ankara. And we will see you again live, I hope, very soon. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Once again, Tin Pen Türkiye. See you soon.